Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something called the RuiEnglish Method. And this is really aimed at anyone who's ever felt, stuck, maybe stuck in the grammar books, unable to really use English, or maybe just lacking that confidence when you try to speak.
Yeah, that's a really common frustration.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack how this method, RuiEnglish, promises to sort of revolutionize that journey, get you immersed in English as it's actually spoken, as it's lived.
Sound good.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The RuiEnglish Method, it's not about endless memorization.
No, not at all. It's much more holistic. The idea is to put you in English's natural habitat right from the start.
Natural habitat. I like that.
Yeah, and it's built on basically 4 core pillars.
Okay, so that first pillar, cultural context, what's the unique angle RuiEnglish takes there?
Well, what's really interesting here, I think, is how it goes beyond just facts about culture. It's really about experiencing it through the language.
Experiencing it.
Yeah. So RuiEnglish uses these adaptive scenarios. Imagine being dropped into a virtual, say, British pub.
Okay.
You're not just learning vocabulary lists. You're actually challenged to understand the local slang, maybe pick up on nonverbal cues.
Ah, the subtle stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even how a simple word like cheers can mean thank you one minute and goodbye the next, depending on the context.
Right.
It's really designed to embed the why and the when you speak, not just, the what.
That sounds incredibly powerful because knowing the words is one thing, but using them authentically, that's the real challenge. So, okay, once you have that cultural feel, the next hurdle is actually using it.
Right.
In unpredictable situations. How does RuiEnglish handle that with the real-life scenarios pillar?
Yeah, this one's super practical, but again, with a bit of a twist. It's not just standard role-playing.
Oh.
They integrate what they call dynamic response simulations. So, for example, you might be in a simulated business negotiation, but the AI opponent, let's say, actually adapts based on your language choices.
Wow.
So it forces you to think on your feet, react genuinely, not just recite something you memorized.
Right, not just following a script.
Exactly. It builds this almost instinctual fluency for things like, confidently ordering in a busy restaurant or handling those everyday interactions that can trip you up. The aim is making sure your skills work directly in the real world and quickly.
Okay, so it's reactive, adaptive practice. That does sound like a bit of a game changer. And this next one, this is where I think it gets really interesting for sounding more natural. Authentic media. How does RuiEnglish use real movies or music differently?
Well, it moves beyond just passive watching or listening.
Yeah.
They have this layered analysis tool.
Layered analysis.
Yeah, so imagine watching a movie scene. You could instantly overlay the script, but maybe it highlights subtle changes in intonation or points out how maybe a camera angle influences the sarcasm and how a character speaks, things like that.
So much deeper than just subtitles.
Much deeper. It's this constant active engagement with films, music, news, podcasts, social media. It really sharpens your listening comprehension on a sort of micro level. Helps you internalize tone, slang, context, things that used to require really deep academic focus.
That is a significant step up. But, for a lot of learners, the big leap is from understanding to actually speaking, overcoming that shyness. What does the interactive communication pillar do for that confidence?
Right. This is crucial. This pillar really prioritizes meaningful interaction, but in a low-stakes way. They use something called guided conversational sprints. Think short, spontaneous chats on different topics.
Okay.
Followed by quick constructive feedback. But the focus is less on perfect grammar and more on just effective delivery and building confidence.
Getting the message across.
Precisely. Through things like collaborative projects or even lively debates, you're constantly practicing. But crucially, you're building that mental resilience to just speak without freezing up. And if you connect all this, the bigger picture, RuiEnglish really stands out because of this blend. It's the immersive stuff, the cultural depth, and this constant focus on real-world use. It bridges that gap we often see between just studying English and actually using it effectively.
So putting it all together, what does this actually mean for you, the listener?
Well, this method seems designed to give you the full package, the skills, the cultural understanding to really thrive in any English-speaking place.
Yeah.
Whether you use it as your main way to learn or maybe to supplement living abroad, it seems geared towards building genuine confidence.
Definitely.
So wrapping up on the RuiEnglish Method, the aim seems clear.
Yeah.
Transform your learning, unlock that real-world communication potential, make the whole process not just, effective, but actually engaging, something that sticks.
Absolutely. And thinking about this, it raises a really interesting final thought, doesn't it?
Go on. Given this focus on practical application, on immersing yourself in the language's natural habitat, how does truly mastering English in these authentic ways change things on a deeper level? Not just what you can say, but maybe how you feel about yourself, stepping onto that global stage as a communicator.
That's a great question.
What new doors open? What new connections become possible when you're truly fluent in that way? Something to think about.